Hello once again, gamers. Welcome to Cruznik's Purgatory. I'm your host, Cruznik X, and we are well on our way through the path of the Summoner. In the last episode, we took on the second of Principia's 3 trials, and we've grown a lot since then. Growing to ever greater heights. And before I continue, I do want to remember what I did. Okay, I've got Ruin 4, which can only be used for further Ruin. I've got Devotion, which I used in the last episode because I was level 64. I've got Miasma 3, which I used already, and Bio 3, both of which I got at 66. And traits... Okay, yeah. Okay, that thumping is going to drive me nuts. Let's get right down to it with the level 65 Summoner Quest and Egi-stential Crisis. The time has come, Chris. Prin is ready to administer the final trial. Yes, your third challenge is at hand, Master. I shall be glad to at last share the wisdom that has long lain dormant within my pages. Thus far, we've had evaluations of raw power and refinement of skill. What then will this third challenge seek to test? That I cannot tell you. Cannot or will not. I do not keep this detailed from you for the sake of my own amusement. It must be secret. Were you aware of the test's purpose, such knowledge would unfairly affect its outcome. What I will tell you, however, is that this trial requires conditions that are akin to an actionable battlefield. As such, I must ask that you call fellow summoners to your side, and arrange a location where you might join hands against the most realistic primal threat. Well, this ought to be welcome news for Captain Wolf. I shall see if his acolytes are available. Greetings. This is Ymithra. Ymithra, of the Sons of Saint Koinak. I have a favor to ask. Well, Captain Wolf was more than eager to accept our request. He even offered to arrange exclusive use of a section of Seal Rock. It seems there will be an airship waiting in Ul'dah to fly us to the island. Shall we rendezvous at the landing once you've prepared then? This will be the final and most grueling challenge. Pray, ready yourself, Master, that you are not reduced to so much gruel. Yes, thank you for the vote of confidence. Alright, off to Ul'dah. I need to take my headset off so I can't hear the music for right now. These headsets are my ears. Off to the airship landing. I don't know about you, Chris, but my nerves are beginning to get the best of me. Captain Wolf and the others have already landed on Seal Rock, so let us not delay the challenge any further. Who could that be? Oh, Summoner Jantasamu. How might I... Pardon? By whom? Lieutenant? Can you hear me? Blast! The call was cut off. Chris, our immortal colleagues are under attack. The situation sounds dire indeed. All the summoners are crippled by injuries, and Captain Wolf alone fights to keep the foe at bay. Our planned battle has become rather more real than we anticipated. We'd best explain matters to the pilot and arrange a rescue party. Alright, let's go. Ambushed, you say? Understood. I'll put a call in for reinforcements, but my ship is ready to depart now if you are. Shall we go in ahead? Yep, let's do it. Wow, I just got a queue for that. Weird. Follow me, Chris. They should be over this way. I've located a survivor. Let's ensure his continued survival. Are you all right? I'll live, I think. The others... We became separated. His wounds are not too serious. Come, Chris. We mustn't tarry. Are those Egi? I've never seen their like. I recognize them from Alagan times, but few could summon so many. Sephiroth. Holy shit. Such odd vocalizations. I have no records of Egi speech. I see one. Another survivor located. The wounds appear grievous. We must treat this at once. Prin, can you, apply pressure? We were completely overmatched. The captain, he drew them away. We shall tend to the injured. Go with haste, master. There he is. Chris! Thank the gods! I'm in over my head here! Ah, the potential has arrived. Shall we test the limits of your power? So, this is what the art has become. More. Show me more! Familiar with Bahamut's power, are you? You must have another taste. We can't avoid those flares, but they seem weakest at the center of the blast. Who is this man? He's worse than the Asians. By the power of Bahamut. You exceeded my expectations. Shall we try something new? Wait! Those don't look like Egi! Holy frick baskets! Consummate skill, expansive ethereal might. You truly are a fascinating specimen. My energies waned. This location was not ideal. Phew! That was close. Anomalous potential confirmed. Commencing scan. Latent ethereal capacity, immeasurable. Standard parameters exceeded. Reinitializing system. What? He wants to go another round? Masasari! How have you come to be here? Master, surely you do not mean that sorry? Ah, Principia. They have awoken you. This should suffice. What did you do to Prin? The construct is unharmed. I simply added another layer of security. Do not disappoint me, Summoner. I will be waiting.
How odd! The way he vanished was almost as if...
Doll's teeth! What was that all about? We'll discuss this back in Old Daw after we've seen to the wounded.
Yeah, you might not like what you hear.
You arrived in the nick of time, Chris. Thanks to you, my soldiers survived that ambush, and they'll be fit for duty again after a bit of rest.
Aye, you have our gratitude. If you hadn't plunged into the fray like that, we almost certainly would have perished. You said that bastard was Master Sari, didn't ye? A summoner of ancient Alag? Did them mages have some way of coming back to life?
Alright, Lieutenant. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Well, he was wielding summoning magic unlike aught we've ever seen before. Maybe Prin has some idea. I'll be sure to ask. Come, Chris. Let's return to Gridania.
Alright. Well, hopefully they get better soon, because we're gonna need them in the trials to come. Alright, we're back in Gridania. There we are.
Well, what was meant to be Chris's final trial was certainly testing, to say the least. Tell me, Prin, what makes you so sure that that was Master Sari? Based upon the evidence at hand, there can be no doubt. The vocal and ethereal signatures were identical to those exhibited by my creator. The only aspect that gives me pause is his behavior. Master Sari was never one to offer harm to others with such callous indifference. I would say there is a larger inconsistency to consider here. Prin, your creator supposedly died several thousand years ago. There is one other possibility. The greatest minds of Alag unlocked a science known as cloning, by which they could artificially create a replicant of a living being. Seal Rock is, after all, a construction of the Alagan Empire. Assuming the individual you battled was indeed a clone of Master Sari, then my senses would recognize no appreciable difference. An exact copy of the original person. 'Twould explain much, but the very thought of it is horrifying. Oh, and he did not tamper with... And did he not tamper with your enchantments? Are you truly unharmed? My faculties are undimmed, but the wisdom I was to impart to Master has been sealed behind an arcane lock. I can do nothing. Only my creator holds the key. Then your secrets are lost to us!
If only Chris had been able to attempt that third challenge! Attempt? Master has already passed it! Allow me to explain. The third challenge is a test of the summoner's nature. Thus does the trial require the presence of companions and a realistic threat. Master Sari's ambush did of course bring an unexpected dimension to proceedings. Yet, Master leapt to the aid of his fellow summoners without hesitation, and braved considerable danger to see that they were safely rescued. Selfless acts that more than qualify Master as a worthy successor. I had wondered why power and skill were not sufficient. Sari wished to see his teachings passed on to the summoners of noble heart. Correct. He could not countenance the idea that such knowledge might be put to evil ends. Now you understand why his display of violence so confused me. Aye, and all the more reason to suspect an impostor. But whatever this man's identity may be, we will track him down and make him remove that seal. Your purpose is too important. And I shall assist you in any way I can. The Master Sari that made me would not stand to see his memory profaned with such wickedness. Well said, Prin. For an enchanted stack of ink and parchment, you have an impressively developed moral compass. I possess neither morals nor a compass. I merely follow my inspelled directions to guide worthy summoners. If I give the impression of such characteristics, then mayhap I am overstepping my bounds as a familiar. No, you're fine, Prin. Forget I mentioned it. I will see if I can unearth some more detailed records of Master Sari. Mayhap the story of his later life will aid us in unraveling this present mystery. Hopefully. But with that being said, we've completed another Summoner quest. When next we go live, we will be completing the level 68 Summoner quest off the record. But until then, that's it for this episode of Cruise Purgatory. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live or PlayStation and you like the show, click the follow button and be sure to turn on notifications so you're informed of all of my live streams the moment they air. Also be sure to subscribe to me on Twitch so that you can gain access to some of my many so that you may gain access to my archive and be able to possibly play with me on special days. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here. Click here to watch more by me. Click here to watch the next episode of Path of the Summoner. And click here to watch the previous one. Until next time, Cruisnik X, signing out. God, I can't talk today.